place secluded deep in my mind. I'm looking out through the lens. Was in a rush to become who I am. Looking back, then I realized that I do it again. All these unfamiliar faces fade from existence. Back with impeccable time and I've been forgiven, but I'm never forgetful. I kept it solid and simple, stuck to the rail. My word been a bind, yours artificial. You frequent with the slipper. Used to love this shit more like this was all that I needed. Travel the edge of the world, I mixed the pleasure with business. Took my time on it, won't benefit from overdue revision. Learned through they lackluster love is rooted deep in the evil. Won't tread water lightly, the waves intimidate them. Won't lend my hand much too often, I set the expectation. Now I navigated dolo, unclear on praises you gave. When there's the finest line between jealousy signs and your vibration. This one's for them calling me crazy, more for the ones that told them pay me no mind. Those were the words that shaped me. Well rounded it would appear that I pieced it all together. Standing here puzzled at the way we built up the foundation. This one's for the brodies, I got us. Get 50-50, keep it some of 100. Make do what life has got us. Let go of waiting, put faith in the process. Make the most of it. All we got is the time we allotted. Call it how I see it, provide our witness statement. The way things been gone, I'm all in on the table. They made the plan for their night, I made the long-term arrangement. To take it up to a peak that we no longer afraid of. I just wanna be your everything. 'Cause that's who you are to me.
Lie to me, tell me that you'll be there for me. 'Cause things been feeling crazy lately. Feeling so crazy. And I don't wanna seem lonely. Lonely, lonely. But I don't wanna be lonely. No, no.
Woo! Woo! Look, I just been keeping my poise. Made by the million, but still unemployed. They text me about green, but not on Android. She not my shawty, she feeling the void. I make the sounds that cut through the noise. He think he a man, but he chillin' with boys. Put down the liquor, start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. My uncle had told me that I was the one. I played the shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shawty had hit me, said she wanna come. Her dresses is black, but she not a nun. I'm so Pasadena, cause that's where I'm from. Some bangers, some hoes, some niggas with guns. They scheming for riches, they playing it numb. I'm second, I wins cause I'm second to none. Nigga, look, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for, ayy, looking in the mirror. You the GOAT, you the GOAT, ayy. I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT, ayy. What the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for, ayy, looking in the mirror. You the GOAT, you the GOAT, ayy. I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT. I ain't had to snooze in a minute. Got the bag, then I took it independent. Model 3, you know it's not rented. Authentic, every vibe is cemented. Fresh J's, now we jumping out the ceiling. Tough times made a diamond out of feelings. All facts, they can't question what I'm dealing. Fuck our house, we my focus on the building. Just some love, now I'm feeling so prolific. Okay. Hustle loud, most you niggas don't get it. Seen the highs and the lows, it's terrific. Yeah. It's a job to hate, that's why I love the critics. Okay. Self-made, I ain't gotta ask permission. No way. Turn my pain into fire, no ignition. Okay. Only when the money talk, when I listen. Okay. I put the city on my back and niggas dissing, huh? Look. What the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for, ayy, looking in the mirror. You the GOAT, you the GOAT, ayy. I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror. You the GOAT, you the GOAT, ayy. What the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for, ayy, looking in the mirror. You the GOAT, you the GOAT, ayy. I've been out here grinding 24. So nigga in the mirror, you the GOAT, you the GOAT.
Until we don't need any more lawyers, I'm going to keep doing this every start. This is for educational and informational purposes. Please don't come for me. I don't have a job. All you're going to get is bills. I promise you, you'll never get your money. Yeah, so go to the news outlets if you want it. That's where I'm getting this shit from. It's secondhand news. So that's it. Here we go.
Let's get it. Green light, let's get it. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? It's me, Kisu. Let me go ahead and introduce myself.
Hello. It's me.
And
Hello, motherfucker.
plus, so anyways, we're going to go ahead and get into the first bit. You already saw his big ass afro on there. So look at this shit here. So, Afroman now suing Ohio deputy who accused him of defamation in the latest legal twist. This man made a whole saga out of this shit. It's just some people you just don't fuck with. That's all I can say. So, well. The lemon pound cake has officially come back out of the oven, and this time Afroman is serving it with a lawsuit. Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, I would have never guessed, is suing former Adams County Sheriff Sergeant Brian Newland, one of the Ohio, man, something fucked up with Ohio, man. One of the Ohio officers connected to the infamous 2022 raid on his home. During that raid, officers searched Afroman's house because they suspected drug trafficking and kidnapping. The fuck, Afroman? I don't think he's coherent enough to kidnap someone. They reportedly found no drugs, discovered no evidence supporting the kidnapping allegation, and Afroman was never charged with a crime. But they ran up in his house and stared at his damn lemon pound cake. I saw it. But his security cameras caught the whole embarrassing production. So Afroman did what any petty, musically gifted person would do. He turned the footage into songs and viral videos, including Lemon Pound Cake and Will You Help Me Repair My Door? I listened to both of those damn songs. 7 deputies then sued Afroman for defamation and false light, claiming his videos damaged their... You broke his door in, you didn't find shit, and you stared at his lemon pound cake. The fuck? And damaged their reputations, caused emotional distress. The lemon pound cake! They wanted a combined $3.9 million. Y'all ignorant as hell. Imagine raiding somebody's home, becoming the star of their security footage, and then demanding millions because the playback hurt your feelings. In March, a jury rejected the deputy's claims and ruled entirely in Afroman's hold on, is this thing okay? Thank you. Let me see. Ruled entirely in Afroman's favor. Now, Afroman is suing Newland for malicious prosecution and abuse of process, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and interference with a contact. Afroman alleges that Newland's original lawsuit had no legal merit, cost him approximately $25,000 in attorney's fees, damaged business relationships, and caused emotional distress. His lawsuit is seeking at least $150,000 in damages. He also repeated his allegations that hold on, give me a second here so I can get down there. $400 was seized. Damn, y'all robbed him too? God dang. $400 was seized during the raid, was never returned, although Newland testified that this missing money resulted from accounting error and denied stealing it. Give it back then. So to summarize, they raided his house, found nothing, allegedly misplaced $400, broke his door, sued him over the song. Hold on, give me a second here. Songs he made about it, lost the lawsuit, and now they're being sued in return because Afroman got sued and then he got even, and that is basically based on the Bloomberg law. I don't know what to tell you. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. How the hell you gonna sue someone because you broke into their house and fuck with them? What the fuck? That's all I can say. Oh shit, my shit done broke. Is it broke? I think it is. Hold on, give me a second. Some of my things are not working. Give me a minute. I don't like that. You know, this shit happens sometimes. Sometimes things ain't plugged in. Let me see. Is this plugged in now? Where the hell is the plug? Matter of fact, yeah, the plug is right there. What the fuck is going on here? I hate when shit happens like that. Does it work now? It does not. What the hell's going on? I don't appreciate this. Give me a second here. I need to replug some shit up. Maybe this will work. My whole damn thing went off. I don't know why. My mouse is off and I don't understand. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. So I can't hit my hotkeys. That's annoying. All right, so anyways, that's it for that. We're about to go into the real shit. If you like what I'm doing or if you don't like what I'm doing and you got some suggestions in maybe a nice way, please hit me up. Otherwise, don't, because I really don't have time for y'all, and I do have time to fuck with you though. I really do have time to fuck with you. So anyways, please go check out my commercial. I'll be right back with the bullshit. Give me a second here.
It's just being a fan.
But please don't tell me this whole time I've been reporting and nobody's been able to hear my ass. Shit! All right, now I gotta go backwards. What were the other stories? Let me go backwards. It's a struggle. It's always a struggle. All right, yeah. Okay, let me go back here. Thank God somebody told me. I'm just sitting up here. Ain't nobody hearing me. Let me go all the way back. We got to do this all over again, and my shit is acting up because the lights just went out or I'm having a heart attack. One or the other. Shit. What the hell's going on? This is a struggle. Shit is not working right now, and I am not appreciating this. Okay, maybe that's what it was. Maybe now my shit will turn back on. Okay, everything's turned back on. My mouse turned back on. There you are. I'm so glad that you're talking my ass off and nobody told me shit. All right, give me a second so I can do this. I got to do this over. Thank God I went through it a little bit faster so I can redo this. This is so shameful. Let me reset this on. Okay, here we go. Let me bring this back to rewind. Fuck. I'm so glad you came in. I had 3 people just up in here not telling me shit. All right, let me go back, all the way back, all the way back, all the way back. Because I wanted to see if people could hear shit. Because when I go back, I can hear a double tone now. So let me try this again. All right, so 3 unalived, at least 7 wounded in a pew-pew at newly opened Idaho In-N-Out. 3 people were killed and 7 others wounded Saturday afternoon after a gunman opened fire at a newly opened In-N-Out Burger in Twin Falls, Idaho. Police say the shooting began shortly after 2:29 on August 1st during a busy lunch rush at the restaurant on Blue Lakes Boulevard. Witnesses described customers and employees running for safety as shots were fired, both on and near the property. Authorities have identified the suspected gunman as 24-year-old Chad Williams. Police say he was carrying an AR-style rifle. All I can say is, I done told y'all about that rifle law. Acted alone and later died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. His motives remain under investigation. One of the people unalive was a female In-N-Out employee who had been serving customers. Her name and the identities of the other victims have not been publicly released, while officials notify their families. Of the 7 people injured, 2 have reportedly been released from the hospital, 3 are in stable condition, and 2 remain in critical condition. Witnesses also reported that an armed bystander fired at the gunman in an attempt to stop the attack. Investigators are now reviewing video and interviewing hundreds of people who were in the crowded shopping district when the pew-pewing started. The restaurant had opened only about a week earlier, making this an especially horrifying beginning for the workers and the Twin Falls community. How many motherfuckers actually are in Idaho? I don't know. Anyways, police say there is no continuing threat. The FBI, which is led by Googly Eyes, which apparently we can say now because someone got sued for calling him a googly-eyed bitch-ass cretin, and he won, so we can officially now call that jackass a googly-eyed cretin. He is in charge of that, so I don't know how that's going to work, but they are continuing assisting with the investigation and are asking anyone with video, photograph, or audio from the pew-pew to submit the evidence. This was supposed to be an ordinary Saturday lunch. Shit, it was my mom's birthday. Instead, families are grieving, survivors are recovering, and an entire community is left trying to understand another act of completely senseless violence. This is some bullshit here. That's all I can say. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on because I can't believe I was mute. So Hunter Biden gets blunt about how black women are the backbone of Democratic Party. Black women got my dad a vote elected. Yes, he did. But that was a survival thing because we all remember what your dad did back in the 70s. Segregation in schools and shit. So he is not innocent. But yeah, we got his ass in. It was either that or the orangutan again. And I left the whole country the first time. I wish I had left again. So Hunter Biden is saying out loud that the Democratic Party apparently needs to be reminded of every election cycle. Black women are the backbone of the party. during an appearance on former NFL player Arian. I don't know how this man's name is spelled. Arian. I don't know. Foster's macrodosing. This is getting on my nerves. Podcast. Hunter talked about the groups that remain loyal to his father, former President Joe Biden. He named the Congressional Black Caucus, the Hispanic Caucus, and the Progressive Caucus. Too many caucus. But then he made his main point very clear. You know what got my dad elected? Black women. Period. The end. Exactly. We were terrified of having to deal with another orangutan attack. Hunter also argued that black women have supported Joe Biden throughout his political career, going all the way back to his first Senate election in 1972, where he stabbed us all in the fucking back. He connected that support to Biden choosing Kamala Harris as his running mate. We honestly are not all supportive of her, but you know what we have to do. Oh, thank you so much, because I was sitting up there like, this is ridiculous. That's a horrible name. It sounds too close to the other one. And nominating Ketanji Brown Harris as the first black woman on the United States Supreme Court. And the voting numbers support the larger point. According to the Griot, Joe Biden received approximately 95% of black women's vote in 2020. We were shook up. In 2024, approximately 92% backed Kamala Harris against Trump. Once again, shook up. So yes, black women consistently show up, organize, volunteer, defend democracy, bring snacks, pick everybody's campaign strategy, and somehow we still get treated like an automatic subscription the Democratic Party never has to renew. Oh, you gonna learn today. Kamala Harris recently said the party has taken black women for granted, particularly, I still hate that word, by failing to prioritize issues such as black maternal mortality, and there lies the problem. Black women cannot continue being celebrated as the party's most dependable voters while their specific needs are treated like optional bonus content. You dirty bastards. Hunter Biden is absolutely correct about who helped put his father in the White House. The real question is whether Democratic leadership will finally understand that gratitude is lovely, but policy, protection, and political investment are considerably lovelier, because black women are the backbone, but even a backbone can get tired of carrying everybody. Shit, a backbone can break, for real. I'm just letting you know, it can break all the way in half. Moving on, because this one right here, yeah, I don't know about you, but look, let's just talk real for a second. We got some black folks that are darker than me that we honestly don't need to claim, let alone this man here, okay? Because I'm not Catholic, I'm just saying. We remember when Joe said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Oh, we remember that shit. But honestly, it was a survival vote. That's why we voted for you, Joe. That's why. We knew if we voted for the orangutan, this shit would have been like it is now. Anyways, Pope Leo finally addresses his black ancestry and slavery. Pope Leo XIV, I hope I said that right because it's an X, an I, and a V, has finally addressed the family history that has followed him since becoming the first American Pope in 2025. I don't see it, honestly. He has no lips. His nose ain't that wide, but my family has wide nose. So not all black people have wide noses. I just don't see it. Is it because he has a tan? Because seriously, have you seen the orange fucker? Anyways, during an interview with NBC News, Pope Leo confirmed that his mother's family included people on both sides of slavery. He said, on my mother's side, we have people who are both slaves and slave owners. Genealogists began investigating Pope Leo's background shortly after his election. Really? He gets elected? It was a survival vote, and we're going to do it again if we have to. Exactly. Their research traced his maternal family to New Orleans' historic Creole community. Historical records identified his maternal grandparents as Joseph Martinez and Louise Bacquet, I don't know, as black residents of the New Orleans 7th Ward, one of America's oldest black and Creole Catholic communities. I don't fit in there one of them except for black. A family tree developed by Harvard professor Henry Louis Gates Jr. reportedly found at least 17 ancestors identified in his historic documents as black, Creole, mixed race, or free people of color. The research also uncovered ancestors who enslaved other people. That is one complicated family reunion. Half the ancestors are looking for freedom, and the other half need to explain themselves immediately. However, Pope Leo did not publicly identify himself as black. We don't either, sir. His brother was previously has previously said their family does not currently identify that way, and the major majority of us, we don't see you that way either. Instead, the Pope acknowledged his mixed ancestry and described immigration and diversity as among America's greatest strengths. The distinction matters. Having black ancestors is the undocumented genealogical fact. But racial identity can also involve culture, community, upbringing, and how a person understands themselves. The one drop rule does not get to leap out of America's racist attic and start assigning everybody a racial category, because I'm already mixed the fuck up, okay? I'm still pissed off about my damn DNAs. The acknowledgement is especially significant because Pope Leo recently issued a direct apology for the Catholic Church's historical role in legitimizing slavery. So now, the Vatican has not officially announced the first black pope, but Pope Leo has now confirmed that black and Creole history is part of his family story. So this is the first mixed up black pope. Well, mixed up pope, along with an uncomfortable truth that the same bloodline can contain both oppressed and the oppressor. I'm sure a lot of us are in that situation that are far, far darker than him. It's called grape. That's just what I'm going to tell you. Now we're going to move on to this next story because I am part Native American and I feel a kind of way about this shit. This is not really new, but someone tried to shake it up and that's how it got into the news. I'm going to turn this down real quick and I want you to tell me, can you hear this? Because I'm tired of holding this microphone to my speaker. Okay, Joker? Ready? I'm about to play it. Let me know if you can hear it. You ready? Did you hear that? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and move on to this. 264 native ancestors beneath an Illinois farm. That's horrible. So this is ready exactly as written. The historical details check out, including the 1984 discovery, the approximately 700-year age, and the documented remains of 112. Did you hear it? Or did you not? You didn't hear it? Oh, God dang it. Okay. And the documents remain of 112 adults, 152 children, and young people, totaling 264 ancestors. God dang it. I asked him to read. Let me go back up. I think I have the story somewhere else. Here it is, right here. So let's go ahead and do that right here, like this. So imagine looking across an ordinary Illinois farm and never realizing that beneath that soil was an entire cemetery holding native ancestors who had rested there for roughly 700 years. This is the story of Norris Farms number 36 in west central Illinois. In 1984, archaeologists studying an area known as the Morton site noticed a low mound overlooking Illinois routes 78 and 97. Noticed a low mound. What they uncovered was a cemetery connected to the Oneota people, an indigenous culture that lived throughout parts of the Midwest. Researchers documented the remains of 264 people, including 112 adults and 152 children and young people. That made Norris Farms one of the largest and most carefully documented Oneota burial sites ever excavated. The cemetery is believed to date to around the year 1300 and may have been used for only a few decades. But I want to be careful with how we discuss this because these are not simply archaeological discoveries. These were people. They were somebody's children, parents, and relatives and ancestors. And as someone who is part Native American myself, that distinction matters to me. I am fascinated by what this discovery reveals about Native history, but I also think about what it means for someone's ancestors to be removed from the ground and studied. The viral headline says that this farmland could expose the largest native cemetery ever preserved, but this is not a new discovery. The excavation happened during the 1980s. What is new is that more people are finally hearing about it. Native history was never missing. Much of it was simply buried, ignored, or discussed without Native voices. And our ancestors deserve better than becoming somebody else's curiosity. They deserve dignity, truth, and finally rest. Because that is some ignorant ass shit. That's all I got to say. Moving on, because it's not over. Gosh darn it. Where is it? Let me move on. I'm trying to get out of here early this time. Americans need a raise. Who the hell you telling? Where's my damn sound effects? Shit. Yeah, the hell we do. America has affordability crisis, and apparently the federal government solution is to keep paying people like groceries still cost what they did in 2009. The federal minimum wage has remained $7.25 an hour since July 2024, 2009. That is 17 years without a raise. A full-time worker earning that amount makes only $15,800 a year before taxes. You cannot afford rent, food, transportation, health care, and the occasional luxury of being alive on $15,080 a year. The minimum wage has its greatest purchase power in 1968. Adjusted for inflation, that wage would approximately be about $15.62 an hour in 2026. Meanwhile, an estimated 14 million workers earn under $15 an hour, and 20 million earn under $16, even after including overtime, tips, and commissions. I'm going to tell you right now, before I move to girl, I ain't heard somebody say show in a while. Show do. Anyways, I got paid when the census was last census. I got paid $18. That was the most I had ever been paid when I was living in Louisiana. To that, after that was $12.34. Not funny. Fucking $1, $2, $3, $4, motherfucker. Anyways, and that was working as an adult in a goddamn clinic, doing administration and insurance shit. 8 hours a goddamn day. The other job was fucking 11 hours a day. I was only getting paid $12.34. What the fuck? Shut up. Anyways, let's see here now. And 20 million earned under, yeah, I said that. And because we are dealing with a list here, here are all 20 states whose minimum wage is no higher than the federal rate. Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, New Hampshire, North Carolina. I ain't going to New Hampshire. North Dakota. Shut up. Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Sorry, I was yelling at, I wasn't really yelling. I'm just telling my cat to stop announcing the damn toy she keeps killing to death. It's unraveling at this point. Anyways, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Tennessee do not even have a state minimum wage. Georgia and Wyoming technically set theirs at $5.15, but federal law generally requires covered workers to receive the federal $5.25 rate. Supporters of raising the wage argue that better pay reduces employee turnover, improves productivity, and increases consumer spending. Hell yeah, I got paid $29 an hour. I was willing to drive 45 to an hour and a half to work. Both ways. Each one taking that long. Anyways, because workers are, and I had a pension. Because workers are also customers. Shocking, I know. Businesses need people to have money if they would like those people to purchase things. Corporate profits have climbed while workers' share of the national income has fallen. Yet every time somebody suggests paying workers enough to survive, certain politicians behave like we have proposed giving every cashier a yacht. You greedy bitches. This is not about making everybody rich, y'all. This is, god dang it, this shit every damn time. Are you charging, bitch? Are you charging? My goddamn thing turned off. How you gonna do that? Ass. Gosh darn it. Are you not charging? What the hell's going on here? Let me turn it off and see. I need this bitch to charge. Why is it like not charging? This bitch is, okay, there you go. There you go. Now I'm playing with power. Now I'm playing. Okay. Here we go. But like I said, this is not about making everybody rich. It's about recognizing that if someone works full time, poverty should not be included in the benefits package. Not at all. You ignorant bastards. Y'all got to stop doing this shit. It's ignorant as hell. Anyways, that is it for that. We're going to keep moving. I could have sworn I had another story in this bitch. Let's see. Warns our progress. Yeah, I am missing one. But they give themselves nice races every year. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All right, hold on. I got to bring this picture up because I didn't take a picture of it, and I don't like that. Reverse. 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 Uh-oh, let me stop that. Shit. Sorry. Okay. Let me backspace that. Yeah, here we go. There it is. I need this so I can continue. I knew I had another story. All right, hold on. Here we go. New State of America warns Black progress is being reversed. I think everybody's pretty much sure of that one. The National Urban League's 2026 State of Black America report warns that years of economic and civil rights progress for Black Americans are being deliberately reversed. I told y'all we need to do another Black Exodus. I'm just saying. Between 2021 and 2024, Black unemployment reached a record low, while the number of Black households living in poverty fell to its lowest recorded level. According to the report, that progress began unraveling after Trump returned into office. Wonder why we're not picking your fucking cotton. The National Urban League points to several major threats: the dismantling of DEI programs, changes with the Justice Department of Civil Rights Division, shifts of the EEOC, weakened voting protections, and new economic pressures on Black workers. In other words, they're trying to turn us into slaves. Shit. The report estimates that between 250,000 and more than 300,000 Black women lost their jobs during 2025. I was one of them. Let us pause there. Black women help hold this economy together, and apparently their reward was a mass layoff and other speech about merit. We do. We really need to be working on that. Yeah, we really do. The White House disputes the report, claiming that eliminating DEI programs restores fairness and efficiency. No, it doesn't. It restores mediocrity. It also points to recent data showing that Black employment rose by 101,000 workers between April and May. But one favorable month does not erase an entire year of job losses, assholes. Nor does calling equity discrimination magically making historical inequality disappear. That is not a policy, you idiots. That is putting racism in business casual and handing it a clipboard. Ugh. The report recommends continued investment in HBCUs, expanded support for Black-owned businesses, rebuilding the Minority Business Development Agency, increasing Black access to artificial intelligence, clean energy, biomedical technology, where I used to work, continuing legal challenges against policies that weaken civil rights, and strengthening state and local protections whenever the federal government retreats. That final point is important. When Washington refuses to protect us, state and local governments must step forward. The next economy is already being built. If Black communities are locked out during its creation, we will spend another generation being told to catch up with systems that intentionally left us behind. The report's final message is simple. The fight is not over, and we will not yield. I think we should all just get together, put our money together, and get a whole piece of land, and just make sure these motherfuckers have no access to us at all. Just make our own fucking land. Shit. This is ridiculous. But anyways, that's it for that. We are now about to go ahead and move into I don't know news, because I promise you, when you see this shit, you're going to be like, I don't know. Because I really don't know. I guess it's good, but shit, really? That's all I got to say about it. Give me a second. I'm just going to set it up now. I'm trying to have this a little tight because last time we was here too damn long, and I don't appreciate that shit. All right, here we go. Give me just a second. Let's see here now. Where's my I don't know? Yeah, here it is.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
So, Morehouse School of Medicine to provide free prostate cancer screenings during Big 3 games at State Farm Arena. Yeah, you see why I said that? See why I said this shit? Yeah, if only it was so easy. But this shit right here, I don't know. I guess it's good. Morehouse School of Medicine is providing free prostate cancer screenings during the Big 3 basketball tournament at Atlanta State Farm Arena on Sunday, August 2nd. That's today. So yeah, if you got chance, go down there. I'm just gonna tell you real quick. When I was little, I did not realize that only men had a prostate. I was just so like, do I need to get a prostate check? Because I don't know. And then they said, no, only guys have that. And then I was like, oh, okay. I have not had one. And I honestly don't want one because it sounds horrible. Shit, I heard about it. It's horrible. Don't grab me. I'm already uncomfortable with the fucking check I have. It's very invasive, in my opinion. Anyways. The screenings are part of the Prostate Cancer Foundation's National Check the Box Saving Lives Together campaign, which uses basketball events to promote early detection, especially within communities disproportionately affected by prostate cancer. Damn, that means y'all really need to go to the hospital because they bringing this shit to the games now. Shit. And because I already know some men heard prostate screening and immediately crossed their legs, relax. This screening uses a prostate-specific antigen or PSA blood test. It requires a quick blood draw, not the more invasive examination many people may be imagining. How come we don't have this shit for women? Because I really feel invaded. The test measures PSA levels in the blood and can identify men who may need additional medical evaluation. An elevated result does not automatically mean someone has cancer, but it can signal the further testing is necessary. The free screenings are being conducted by Morehouse School of Medicine Prostate Cancer Precision Prevention Program, known as PCP3. Why didn't they just give me that? The initiative works to reduce prostate cancer disparities through education, early detection, and expanded access to screening, particularly, I hate that word, for Black men and other high-risk populations. Screenings will be available throughout the Big 3 games at Gate 6 inside. Well, shit, it's all over now. It was at from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. The article does not mention a separate registration requirement, but the screening is specifically offered to men attending the tournament. So I hope you did it. So, man, you could have watched the basketball game, got a simple blood test, and potentially caught a serious health problem early. That is considerably better than halftime activity. It's better than spending 20 minutes arguing over which generation ruined NBA, for real. A few minutes of discomfort could protect years of your life. Get checked because avoiding the doctor has never scared cancer away. Believe me, my uncle died of cancer. I don't know what kind. I think it was brain, but still. Moving on. That is it for I don't know news because I really didn't know. Surprisingly, we don't have anybody terrifying the fuck out of us. So we're just going to move to Terry's favorite. Fuck around and find out, basically. Here you go. Where the hell is my damn thing? Is it up here? I'll be forgetting where these things are. Yeah, it's up here. Here we go.
I don't want the second, I want this. I'ma live my ass way, I'm a wreck. I've been moving like I have been.
I don't care how many times I have to say this. Louisiana is a very, very corrupt fucking state. Louisiana men convicted after secretly taking out millions in life insurance policies on aspiring rappers. Man, that's terrifying as fuck. Shit. So 2 Louisiana men have been convicted after secretly obtaining millions of dollars in life insurance coverage on 3 people, including aspiring musicians. A federal jury found 60-year-old Calvin Kemp, you too old for this bullshit, and 33-year-old Chavez Taiwan Robillard, man, it's a fucking Creole word I can't say properly. Watch when somebody tell it to me. It's gonna be really simple sounding. If you saw the way it's spelled, you would understand. I'm trying to get a soda. According to prosecutors, the men stole the personal information of three victims and impersonated them while applying for life and accidental death insurance through 8 different companies. They're guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and multiple counts of aggravated identity theft. How the hell is it aggravated? Anyways, they created businesses that conducted no actual business, then falsely described victims as musicians or executives of music production companies in total. They fraudulently obtained 9 policies worth approximately $4.325 million. I don't know what the hell it is after that 5. I mean, after that 2, honestly. And guess who was named as the sole beneficiary of every policy? Chavez, because subtlety apparently was not included in the criminal enterprise business plan. The trial evidence showed that Kemp called insurance companies 7 times using the identities of all 3 victims. Chavez made 2 additional calls using the identities of 2 victims. They're not that smart. In one especially disturbing conversation cited in the case, Kemp reportedly asked an insurance representative whether a policy would pay if the insurance person were murdered. Oh, Lord. One of the victims, DeQuarez Smith, was pew-pewed and unalived in Baton Rouge in December 2022. His murder remains unsolved, and Kemp and Chavez were not convicted of the unaliving. However, after Smith's death, Chavez filed claims seeking payment for 4 policies issued in Smith's name. Ooh, that sounds fishy. You guys are idiots. When some insurers refused to pay, he reportedly sued 2 of them. Sir, you fraudulently insured the man, named yourself the beneficiary, then marched into court demanding customer service? Kemp now faces as many as 26 years in federal prison. You going to jail. While Chavez faces up to 24. That's the end of your life, sir. Along with possible fines and supervised release. They played record executives, turned stolen identities into multi-million-dollar policies, and apparently believed 8 insurance companies and the FBI would never compare notes. The stupid game was insurance fraud. The stupid prize may be more than 2 decades in federal prison. You stupid. Oh, where the hell is it? Where the hell's my sound effect? Because this shit is ridiculous. It's embarrassing, too. It is absolutely embarrassing when someone that wears the same uniform as you does something stupid like this. All I can say is
sensational.
Can you play, please? It doesn't want to play. My you stupid doesn't want to play. Moving on. Yeah, it is absolutely sensational, you dumbasses. Kim Davis sounds like Miss Robbie and her son Tim situation. That's what it sounds like. Kim Davis accused of hiding inheritance to avoid paying $565,000 judgment to same-sex couple. Lord have mercy. What the fuck did you do, stupid? Why is her hair so tall? Why do they think that's cute? That tall hair is not cute. I'm terrified of big hair. I really am. Former Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis is facing a new lawsuit accusing her of hiding inherited property to avoid paying the same-sex couple whose civil rights she violated. In 2015, Davis refused to issue a marriage license to David Ermold and David. Oh, God. David and David. Man, come on now. After the Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide, but did you have to go find somebody with the exact same name as yours? She claims she would. My mother won't even date a person named George. I'm just saying. She claims she was acting under God's authority. I don't think he spoke to you, not with that hair like that. Apparently forgetting that she was employed under Kentucky's authority. Federal jury later found Davis personally liable for violating the couple's constitutional rights and awarded them $100,000. Shit, at least you'll have $465 left in damages with attorney fees and appellate costs. She now reportedly owes them more than $665,000. Shit, you waited too long. I love this for her. Good for her. She deserved this. Exactly. But I'm still questioning the name choices. Man, can someone please use their middle name? David and David. That sounds like a damn law firm. Anyways, according to the new lawsuit, Davis and her brother inherited their mother's estate valued at approximately $735,000 in 2025. Man, y'all really waited too long. Davis allegedly received half interest in 3 properties, but transferred those interests to her husband, son, brother, sister-in-law, that's called laundering, and a family trust without receiving any money. 3 properties were reportedly worth more than $400,000, making Davis's alleged share worth over $200,000. Attorneys also claimed Davis later stated under an oath that she owned no property and had you're going to jail, and had not transferred any significant assets during the previous 5 years. Ma'am, the Bible contains multiple warnings about bearing false witness. There is no footnote saying unless somebody checks the county land records. Ermold and Moore are asking the court to reverse the property transfers, attach judgment liens to the assets, and prevent additional transfers while the case proceeds. Davis's attorney denies the accusations and says she answered all financial questions truthfully. He also claims the inherited property was always intended for Davis's children. A judge has not yet determined whether the transfers were fraudulent, so the allegations remain unproven. But if a court finds that Davis moved assets to avoid paying the judgment, she may discover that love and affection is not legal tender, and neither religious freedom nor a family trust comes with complimentary fraud exemption. Your ass is going. You playing. You stupid. Now this one made me grin. It made me grin. Let's move on. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just trying to be bad. I got this damn soda. It's prebiotic. Oh my gosh, it tastes funny. All right, so Obama versus the SOBs, 3 big midterm races that could reveal who still moves voters. So Barack Obama and Trump, the orangutan, are backing opposing candidates in 3 major 2026 midterm races, turning Iowa and Texas into a test of which president can still motivate voters, or which voters are dumb as shit. Unlike Trump, who has endorsed hundreds of Republicans, Obama has been extremely selective. As of late July, he has endorsed candidates in only 3 races, and Trump happens to support the opponent in every one. Here's the complete list. First, Iowa's open U.S. Senate race. Obama endorsed Democratic State Representative Josh Turek, while Trump backed Republican U.S. Representative Ashley Hinson. The seat opened after Senator Johnny Ernst decided not to seek re-election. Obama carried Iowa twice, but Republicans won it in the last 3 presidential elections. This race will test whether Democrats can rebuild support in the Midwest. If you idiots want to live, you'll fucking listen. Second, the Texas U.S. Senate race. Obama endorsed Democratic State Representative James Tallarico. The orangutan supports the criminal, Ken Paxton, if that's what you want to call him. Polling again suggests a potentially close contest. Y'all are some ignorant motherfuckers. You'd rather have a crook. This dude has been convicted. Y'all are not smart. Although major forecasters still give Republicans the advantage, this is close. Third, the Texas governor, Hot Wheels governor race. Obama endorsed Democratic State Representative Gina Hinojosa against Republican Governor Hot Wheels, who has Trump's support. Hot Wheels currently holds the clear advantage, but Democrats believe population growth under urban expansion and shifting demographics could help the race be more competitive. Man, I hope y'all beat Hot Wheels. I can't stand that fucker. And I'm not ashamed because I have a disability too. These elections may help determine control of Congress while showing whether Obama can still energize Democratic voters and whether Trump's endorsements remains valuable when his own name is not on the ballot. But here's the stupid game. Treating elections like 2 famous men are choosing fighters in a political video game. Okay, please don't do that. Endorsements can introduce candidates and motivate voters. But Obama and Trump are not the ones who will represent Iowa or Texas. Voters will need to examine each candidate's records, policies, donors, and actual competence, please. Because voting for somebody solely because your favorite president pointed at them is not how democracy. That's how it turns into celebrity family feud. That's what happens, which is with significantly worse prizes. Look what the fuck we did when we did that shit last time. We got an orangutan in the damn office. Now I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna have to fumigate DC. Shit. Moving on. Nearly 500,000 borrowers who say colleges defrauded them are getting student debt relief. Shit, my school no longer exists. Does that mean I get some money? Cause shit. Hundreds of thousands of student loan borrowers who say their colleges deceived them are finally receiving debt relief after years of government delays and litigation. The relief comes from Sweet versus McMahon, formerly known as Sweet versus Davos and Sweet versus Cardonia, because this lawsuit has survived more education secretaries than some students survive group projects. And luckily, Trump loses everything. The case involves lendees, because I'm tired of that word, defense to repayment, a federal protection allowing lendees to request cancellation of federal loans when a school commits certain misconduct. That can include lying about job placement rates, expected salaries, program costs, accreditations, and whether credits will transfer to another institution. The lawsuit began in 2019 after lendees accused the Department of Education of unlawfully, let me remind you, 2019 was Trump again, okay? Unlawful delaying or denying their applications. Some people had been waiting for years, for the government to decide whether the schools had misled them. A 2022 settlement established deadlines for processing those claims. Depending on them, a person applied. Depending on when a person applied and which school they attended, relief can include cancellation of eligible federal loans, refunds of certain payments, and corrections of damaged credit reports. The current education department requested additional time to review claims from post-class lendees who applied between the settlement agreement and its final court approval. On July 17th, a unanimous 3-judge federal appeals panel rejected that attempt because the department missed its deadline, which they all do. Depending on why your college no longer exists, you may not have to pay. Not have to pay loans against it. Girl, I need to talk to you about this later in Discord. I forgot to do a video last night. Maybe tonight I'll do one. On July 17th, the unanimous, they said that because the department missed its deadline, more than 170,000 additional lendees became entitled to full settlement relief. Although the settlement has delivered or secured an estimated $23 billion for more than 500,000 lendees, this does not erase everyone's student debt, and it does not automatically cover people who never filed a lendee defense application. The relief applies only to groups included under the lawsuit and its deadlines. I think I might have missed it. Anyways, also, lendees do not need to pay a company to receive this lease. Anyone promising to accelerate or guarantee approval for a fee may be attempting another scam. Imagine escaping a predatory college only to be attacked by the sequel. The schools played stupid games by selling expensive dreams they could not deliver. The government played stupid games by ignoring the complaints. Now the prize is $23 billion in court-enforced accountability. I went to the Art Institute of Houston, okay? And last time I checked, apparently they moved. But that's it for the stupid games. Oh, we're doing good on time. We've got we're about to see part 17 of Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin. Let's begin.
Come out of something much deeper than you. It takes a long time before you realize that there is a connection, in fact, between Come Along, Train's Been Gone, and Swing Low for Chariots. Or what Ray Charles does with dreary little anthems no one ever dreamed of hearing until he got his hands on them and put our experience into them. All of a sudden.
Right down there.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's what I mean by energy. That It seems to me that's the assignment of an artist. Because the people who produced him, I am not responsible to anybody but the people who produced him. You know, whether or not they knew they produced him, whether or not they wanted to produce him. You know, I cannot drive a truck, and I can't sing a song. But the people who produced me pretended me to do something which they knew before I knew that I might be able to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's and I keep coming back to this kind of a thing, but there's a whole movement or something that says that we have to write only about black people, and you have to, you know what I mean, that there's a little thing that says we're going to
Look,
dictate.
the very first thing that a writer has to face is that he cannot be told what to write. You know, nobody asked me to be a writer in a way, you know, didn't know in any case, you know, in any case I chose it. Since I'm a man, I presume I chose it. Perhaps, you know, in fact. No, I thought you go, no, perhaps in fact, I didn't choose it. No, but in any case, you know, the one thing you have to do is try to tell the truth. And what everyone overlooks is that in order to do it, when the book comes out, it may hurt you. But in order to do it, it had to hurt me first. You know, I can only tell you about yourself as much as I can face about myself. You know, it's happened to everybody who's tried to live. You know, you go through your life for a long time, you think that no one has ever suffered the way I've suffered. You know, my God. And then you realize, you read something, you hear something, and you realize that your suffering does not isolate you. That your suffering is your bridge. That many people have suffered before you. Many people are suffering around you. And always will. And all you can do is bring, hopefully, a little light into that suffering. Enough light so the person who is suffering can begin to comprehend his suffering. And begin to live with it. And begin to change it. Change the situation. We don't change anything. All we can do is invest people with the morale to change it for themselves.
I agree with that. I'm pursuing this because it's something that keeps coming up. The person I'm interested in what you have to say. But the same argument, I agree with you, as a matter of fact. But the same argument you say, they say, well, why should a writer be free to write what he wants? When, say, a teacher is not free to teach what he wants. Or a postman.
A teacher who is not free to teach is not a teacher. You know.
That's true.
You know. If I assume the responsibility, then I've got to be free to teach the way I see it. Angela Davis is precisely in trouble, not for all those nonsensical reasons given by those impeccable, honorable men like Governor of California and head of the FBI. Not for any of those reasons, but because she was trying to teach. And to teach in the situation in which black people in America find themselves, really to teach, is a revolutionary act.
You solved it for me because it's something I keep hearing. And they always say, well, why should the artist be free to do what he wants to do and nobody else is?
The artist is not free to do what he wants to do. The artist is free to do what he has to do.
And in fact, everyone else should pursue along those lines. That's right. I hadn't thought about it. That's cool. I've been having revelations a lot lately. It's a personal thing. So what do you think, about the development, say, of the whole black literature trend from, say, Richard Wright till,
All right, it's good.
This is a good cutoff here.
No, it's a good beginning period. It's a good beginning period. All right, I'll try to reach it back to you.
All right. We moving straight on into it because I told you I don't like having we'll be back for part 18. I told you we gonna get this whole thing out. And after that, I got a whole bunch of it. That's my series for Sundays. Since that asshole wants to get rid of Black history, I'm gonna put it in the ether. Let's look at this. The Move bombing. 13 facts about the revolutionary movement that ended in tragedy. So, on May 13th, 1985, I was 4. The city of Philadelphia dropped a bomb on a residential home occupied by members of MOVE. 11 people died, an entire black neighborhood burned, and nobody was ever criminally prosecuted. Here are all 13 facts. 1. MOVE was founded in Philadelphia during the early 1970s by John Africa, born Vincent Leaphart. 2. MOVE combined black liberation, environmentalism, animal rights, communal living, community living, okay, and opposition to modern technology. Members adopted the surname Africa. 3. MOVE's relationships. Okay. Wasn't he kind of cuckoo though? 3. MOVE's relationships with Philadelphia police was already violent during a 1970 confrontation. Officer James Ramp was unalived, although who fired the fatal shot remains disputed. 4. 9 MOVE members were convicted in connection with Ramp's death. They became known as the MOVE 9 and maintained their innocence. 5. By 1982, MOVE members were living at 6221 Osage Avenue in a predominantly black West Philadelphia neighborhood. 6. Neighbors complained for years about trash, confrontation, animals, and political messages broadcast through loudspeakers. The city repeatedly failed to resolve the conflict peacefully. 7. On May 13th, 1985, approximately 500, they are all influenced or influencers. 7. On May 13th, 1985, approximately 500 police officers arrived to execute arrest warrants and remove children from the home. I'm more disturbed by, why did you bomb a whole neighborhood though? Fuck. 8. Police used tear gas, water cannons, military-style weapons, and fired approximately 10,000 rounds of ammunition in under 90 minutes at a row of houses containing children, who a lot were probably innocent of whatever the fuck they tried to claim. 9. Mayor Wilson Goode approved dropping an explosive made with Tovec and C4 from Pennsylvania State Police helicopter onto a rooftop structure. 10. The explosion started a fire, and officials intentionally allowed it to burn as a tactical decision. By the time firefighters intervened, the flames were uncontrollable. I fucking hate this government. 11. 6 adults and 5 children were killed, including John Africa. Only Ramona Africa and a 13-year-old Birdie Africa, later known as Michael Ward, escaped alive. 12. The fire destroyed 61 homes. I'm pretty, because Rangel told them to. This is disgusting. 12. The fire, I said all of that. Yeah, 12. The fire destroyed 61 homes. That's 60 homes that didn't deserve to be destroyed if that was your target. But I don't think 61 deserved it at all. Left approximately 250 people homeless. An official commissioner later called the bombing unconscionable and described city officials as grossly negligent. How about cruel? Yet nobody responsible was criminally charged. This is some bullshit here. 13. Survivors, displaced residents later received civil damages. Philadelphia City Council formally apologized in 2020. Took you that damn fucking long. And established May 13th as an annual day of remembrance. Decades later, additional outrage erupted when remains believed to belong to children killed in the bombing were discovered to have been retained and mishandled by institutions without their families' consent. Philadelphia did not accidentally burn a black neighborhood. Government officials approved the bomb, dropped it on a home containing children, and then allowed the fire to spread. This is not obscure trivia. It is American history. And the people killed that day deserve to be remembered by name, not buried beneath language designed to make state violence sound like an unfortunate misunderstanding. That is sick and disgusting, in my opinion. But we're going to keep moving because this is the history part of the show. I told you, if he going to disappear the history, I'm going to make it reappear. Who is Mumia? I hope I'm saying this right. Abu Jamal. The black man behind one of America's most polarizing racial bias cases. Mumia Abu Jamal is a black journalist, author, and former Black Panther whose murder conviction has remained one of America's most disputed criminal cases for nearly 45 years. Born Wesley Cook in Philadelphia in 1954, Abu Jamal joined the Black Panther Party as a teenager. See, my mom said she wasn't allowed, and later became a radio journalist known for reporting on police brutality, racism, and the MOVE organization. We still connected. On December 9th, 1981, I was born, Philadelphia police officer Daniel Faulkner was pew-pewed and unalive during a tragic, I'm wrong, it was Samarosa, Samarosa's right there, okay. Faulkner was pew-pewed and unalive during a traffic stop involving Abu Jamal's brother. Abu Jamal was found nearby with a gunshot wound. Prosecutors said he unalived Faulkner, and a jury convicted him of first-degree murder in 1982. Of course they would. Abu Jamal has consistently maintained his innocence. His supporters argue that the trial was corrupted by racial bias, questionable witness testimony, prosecutorial misconduct, and a hostile judge. I believe it. His current petition says prosecutors removed 71% of potential black jurors compared with only 20% of non-black candidates. The state and Faulkner's family maintained the conviction was supported by eyewitness and physical evidence. Where is it? Where the fuck is the evidence? Abu Jamal was originally sentenced to death and spent nearly 3 decades on death row. Federal courts later ruled that his sentencing process was unconstitutional, and in 2011 his punishment was changed to life in prison without parole. Why? His murder conviction was not overturned. Now 72, Abu Jamal has filed a petition with the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, arguing that racial discrimination, political interference, inadequate defense resources, and decades of incarceration violated international human rights standards. I agree. The United Nations cannot directly overturn an American conviction, but a finding in his favor could strengthen demands for a new trial or commutation. This case is not simply about whether someone supports Mumia Abu Jamal or Officer Faulkner. It asks whether a conviction can be trusted when credible concerns about race, fairness, and withheld evidence remain unresolved for more than 4 decades. Man, I hope this shit gets fixed because I'm sick of this bullshit, for real. Anyways, that's it for that. I'm so glad my damn shit works now. Now I can change faces and shit. We're going to go ahead. And before I do that, I need to shout out someone. They commented on the business because we're about to do business. They said that the alcohol that Beyonce has is actually quite good, and she does like it, and she does suggest it. Let me see what the name is, though, because I couldn't find it earlier. Oh, shut the hell up. God dang it. I hate when my phone is on. All right. What the hell? Anyways, let's move on. Let me find the comment real quick so I can go ahead and move on. What is that girl's name? It should be in here. I know that's somebody else. Okay, here it is. Let's see. No, that's not her. That's somebody else. Okay, it's M Flucky one. She said that the Beyonce liquor is really good. One day, maybe if I have the money, I'll try it. Not Rangel Randell was the prosecutor. Okay. Anyways, that's it for that. Before I move on, let me go ahead and do my commercial again. If you like what I'm doing and you want to say something, hit me up in the comments. If you have a suggestion that would improve my show, hit me up in the comments. If you just want to fuck with me and you hit me up in the comments, I'm going to delete it and I'm going to drag your ass. I'm just letting you know. So here we go.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turn.
All right, you know what time it is. It's time for financial news. This is getting you fiscally ready. And once again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. There she go. Anyways, property is power, the coming inheritance economy, and will black families be left behind? Let's talk about that. Over the next 2 decades, Americans are expected to transfer more than $100 trillion to their heirs through homes, land, business, investments, and retirement accounts. It will be the largest generational wealth transfer in American history, unless that orangutan finds out a way to steal it. I promise you. But anyways, the most important question is not how much will be inherited. It is which families already own something worth passing down. We often measure financial success through income, education, and employment. Those things matter, but income pays today's bills. Ownership builds tomorrow's wealth. Inheritance does not always mean receiving a mansion and a trust fund large enough to develop a suspicious boat habit. It can be a paid-off family home, help with down payment, land, investments, or a business that continues generating income. Even a modest inheritance can give someone time. Buying a home early means more years for equity to grow. Avoiding rent can free money for education, retirement, emergencies, or starting a business. But black families remain substantially less likely than white families to own homes. That gap did not happen accidentally. Redlining, restrictive covenants, discriminatory lending, unequal access to government backing, mortgages prevented generations of black Americans from purchasing property while its value increased. Discriminatory laws changed, but the missing equity did not magically appear. This article calls for the complete list of solutions: expanding affordable home ownership, enforcing fair lending protections, protecting heirs' property, increasing access to estate planning, supporting first-generation buyers, and teaching families about equity, appreciation, trust, wills, and holding long-term assets. I still got to get my will done. For individual families, that means discussing property before a crisis, creating legally valid will, confirming beneficiaries on financial accounts, protecting family land, and developing a succession plan for any businesses. A luxury car may announce success more loudly, but a paid-off house, investment account, or properly protected piece of land can support generations. The coming economy will reward ownership accumulated over decades. Black families should not merely hope to receive inheritances. We must position ourselves whenever possible to create and protect them. Seriously. And we're going to keep moving. Let's keep moving because we got another one. Where's my financial? I want to play my little financial thing so I can switch through. Where is it? Where's my transfer? Where is it? There it is. Here we go. Woo. So, property is power. What the fuck ups investor restrictions could mean for black people. For individual families, that means let's see here now. Oh, I'm in a wrong script. Here we go. Let's see. Trump says America should not become a nation of renters and has proposed restricting certain large institutional investors from using federally supported mortgage financing to purchase single-family homes. That sounds all right, but let's keep going. The idea sounds useful because ordinary buyers increasingly compete against investment firms capable of buying homes in bulk, paying cash, and closing faster than somebody can locate their pre-approval letter. When corporations convert those properties into long-term rentals, the company collects the rent and benefits from rising property value. The people living there receive housing, but they generally build no equity. Reducing corporate competition could leave more lower and middle-priced homes available for families, including black first-time buyers. But there is a large asterisk here. The proposal is not a complete ban of institutional ownership. Large investors could still purchase homes using cash, private financing, or financial arrangements outside the conventional mortgage system. And removing one corporate bidder does not suddenly provide a family with good credit, closing costs, a down payment, or an affordable interest rate. Black families frequently entered the market with less inherited wealth because generations before us were blocked by redlining, discriminatory lending, and restrictive housing policies. Reducing competition is helpful, but it does not automatically create access. The article argues that a real home ownership plan must include the complete package: meaningful down payment assistance for qualified first generation buyers, responsible small dollar mortgages, construction of attainable homes, programs helping owner occupants purchase and rehabilitate distressed properties, and updated underwriting that fairly considers rental history, self employment, entrepreneurship, and non traditional income. None of that requires reckless lending. It requires a financial system capable of recognizing a responsible lendee whose lives do not fit neatly inside a 1957 filing cabinet. Limiting institutional investors may be a worthwhile beginning, but the policy should be measured by outcomes. How many new homeowners were created by how many renters became owners, and how much housing wealth remained in underserved communities? Telling corporations to step aside means very little if ordinary families still cannot afford to step forward. And that's the real thing. Don't sit up there and tell me it's freaking raining and you pissing on me, okay? Because the shit actually stinks and I'm not about to deal with it. Just saying. That's it for business news. We're going to go ahead and move into news on education because, you know, I'm about that shit too. I was a teacher for 10 years in ESL. So these 20 HBCUs are delivering strong outcomes for graduates. Forbes has released its first ranking devoted specifically on HBCUs, recognizing 20 public and private institutions producing strong outcomes for graduates. The schools were measured using graduation, retention rates, alumni earning, student debt, return on investment, and outcomes for students receiving federal Pell Grants. Forbes separated private and public HBCUs because their funding structures and resources are different. Imagine that evaluating schools with context instead of comparing every institution to a wealthy university sitting on an endowment large enough to purchase a small country. Here is the complete list. The top 10 private HBCUs are Howard University, been there, Spelman College, Morehouse College, Xavier University of Louisiana, Hampton University, Tuskegee University, Fisk University, Talladega College, Clark Atlanta University, Tougaloo College. The top 10 public HBCUs are North Carolina A&T State University, Florida A&M University, Prairie View A&M University, that is in Texas, Morgan State University, I got in there, the University of the Virginia Island, Tennessee State University, Bowie State University, Winston-Salem State University, Elizabeth City State University, and Delaware State University. God, I wish I had gone to Morgan. Howard ranked first among private HBCUs, while North Carolina and A&T led the public institution. I wish I could go back in time. Howard graduates reportedly earn a median of $7,600 early in their careers and $123,200 by mid-career. North Carolina A&T graduates earn approximately $68,700 early and $116,300 by mid-career. Spelman posted their list's highest sixth-year graduation rate at 76%, along with a 91% retention rate. Rankings cannot capture everything, especially when HBCUs frequently educate larger percentages of first-generation and lower-income students while operating with fewer resources than predominantly white institutions. Still, the list recognizes what Black America already knows. HBCUs are not relics surviving on tradition. They are active pipelines into medicine, engineering, law, education, business, public service, and Black economic mobility. 20 schools, generations of excellence, and still doing more with less. Exactly. I really wish I had went to Morgan. That's what happens. Oh, let me bring this down. It is time for, oops, wrong area. God dang it. Bring it down. All right. Let me bring this to the right area because we're going to finish this early tonight. I'm not dealing with this shit. Anyways, let me go ahead and do this. It is time now for giving people their flowers early because I really hate giving them late. Here we go. So, Douglasville teen balances football, books to score a perfect 1600 on the SATs. Go ahead, little man. Go ahead, little king. So let us give flowers to 17-year-old Corey Sessoms, a rising senior at New Manchester High School in Douglasville, Georgia, who earned a perfect 1600 on the SATs. Fewer than 0.05% of test takers achieved that score, placing Corey somewhere beyond the 99th percentile. And this young man said he was not even specifically aiming for perfection. He simply wanted to see where his abilities stood. The boy's a genius. Apparently, his abilities were standing on the roof waving down at everybody else. Before taking the actual exam, Corey scored approximately 1570 on the practice test. So that perfect result was not luck. It reflected years of preparation, discipline, and consistency. I need to know what he did. Corey is not only an exceptional student, he also plays wide receiver for the New Manchester Jaguars football team and returned to the field after tearing his ACL last year. Oh, Lord bless you. He says football taught him accountability, consistency, and discipline, the same qualities he applied to his academics. Corey's mother, Walissa Simmons, said it's especially meaningful to see her son celebrated, not merely tolerated as a young black man. His father, Tory Sesson, Tory, I get it. Tory Sesson said the achievements prove that what is possible when someone puts in the work. Corey loves both math and history better than me. His parents would like him to attend Georgia Tech while he has his eyes on Yale University. He plans to study engineering before attending law school. Ooh, big dreams. His advice to other students is simple. Stop worrying about fitting in. Remain focused and do not allow one disappointing score to discourage you. Keep working because improvement will come. That message deserves attention. Black children should see stories in which brilliance is not treated as shocking, unusual, or somehow separate from being athletic, social, or well-rounded. Corey Sessoms earned every single point of that 1600. Give that young brother his flowers now. Flowers followed by scholarships, acceptance letters, and enough financial aid that his family never has to open a calculator. Because he deserves it. He really does. I know he worked hard for that shit. So hands up to Corey. That king did what he had to do. So let's move on. Oh, good. We're moving a little faster now. How 2 black women are helping shape communications at Nissan and its luxury brand. Let us give flowers to black women helping shape communication, strategy, and representation at Nissan and its luxury brand, Infiniti. Leading this story are Ashley C. Bobo, Nissan's Director of Corporate Communications, and Lauren Love Carter, Senior Manager of Corporate Communications. Both women are Detroit natives with extensive public relations experience. They are now helping introduce the 2027 Infiniti QX65, a luxury SUV inspired by the original Infiniti FX that began arriving at dealerships in June. That's if anybody can afford that. But we are giving flowers to the full team. So let us recognize Alyssa Cole, the senior communication specialist who helped coordinate the company's Nashville media event, and Kim Corey, senior manager of residual value strategy, who presented the XQ65 to journalists. Corey explained that the QX65 represents the new chapter for Infiniti. The company plans to introduce 5 new products over the next 5 years as part of what it calls a renaissance of the brand. Their leadership matters because women remain underrepresented in the automotive industry. In 2025 international survey of nearly 600 automotive professionals, 68% said women were underrepresented in leadership positions. For Black women, the intersection is even narrower. I hate ours. Meaning being women in automotive, Black professionals in automotive, and Black women occupying senior roles in a male-dominated industry. Bobo says leadership means leaving every position better than she found it and ensuring that the company's workforce and customer outreach reflect more than one population. Love Carter's advice to other Black women is even more direct. Stop waiting for an invitation. Bring your knowledge into the room. Use your voice and your own expertise. That is the real lesson here. Representation is not simply placing a Black face inside an advertisement after every major decision has already been made. It means Black women having influence in the rooms where products, messaging, customer service, and corporate strategies are created. So give Ashley Bobo, Lauren Love Carter, Alyssa Cole, and Kim Corey their flowers. They are not merely selling helping sell the future of infinity. They are helping decide what the future looks like. And that is it for your financial news. We're going to go ahead and move into, celebrity news. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and shout out this company. If you like CBD, if you like your lips popping, you're going to love CBD Honey Lips. You can find them on Threads, Instagram, and Twitch. So here we go.
It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the fam. It's just me and the. It's just me and the fam. Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with the racks out. Stay inside the house, turned.
As y'all know, we coming up to the end of this, so let's do it. Will Hollywood face the complicated truth about Harry Belafonte? I don't know. John Legend has been cast as Harry Belafonte in director Bill Condon's upcoming apartheid-era musical drama, The Road Home. The film centers on South African jazz legend Hugh Masekela, played by Dabo Rametsi. Man, y'all just doing this on purpose now. And the musicians connected to the political controversy surrounding Paul Simon's Graceland. The cast also includes Cynthia Erivo, who has no eyebrows, as Miriam Makeba, Johnny Flynn as Paul Simon, and Guy Pearce as anti-apartheid activist Archbishop Trevor Huddleston. Legend knew Belafonte personally and called him a friend, mentor, and revolutionary artist who demonstrated how entertainers could participate in movements for justice. So what you doing, Legend? What the fuck are you doing? The praise is well earned. Belafonte funded civil rights activism, supported Dr. Martin Luther King's family, and opposed apartheid, helped Black artists, and spent decades using his fame and money to fight oppression. But the root raises an uncomfortable question. Will Hollywood also acknowledge Belafonte's alleged attitude towards Black women? In her autobiography, the legendary Eartha Kitt described a brief, intimate relationship with Belafonte. She alleged that afterward, he told her not to take it seriously because no Black woman can do anything for me. That is Eartha Kitt's account, and Belafonte is no longer alive to respond to how it is being discussed today. But the allegations remain part of the historical record surrounding him. I knew about that. And this is where Hollywood frequently develops selective memory. It loves complicated men right up until the complication involves how they treated black women. Then suddenly the biopic becomes a beautifully lit public relations brochure with a soundtrack. Acknowledging that allegation would not erase Belafonte's enormous contribution to civil rights. Shit, my MLK? Likewise, his activism should not automatically erase the pain or colorism black women say they experienced. Human beings can fight racism publicly while carrying harmful beliefs privately. Two things can be true at the same time. He might have been a minister, but you know MLK, he was a cheater. Even when one of those truths makes the tribute considerably less comfortable. If The Road Home explores Harry Belafonte, it should portray a whole human being, not a polished him into a monument before the opening credits. Just tell the fucking truth. I told you, the truth is very uncomfortable. The history is uncomfortable. Just fucking pull the damn thing off and get on with it. Moving on, god dang it. Where the hell is it? There it is.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All right, so Marvin Sapp's partners with Jay-Z's Rock Nation. Gospel fans are not happy. I'm not too happy about it either. I mean, come on. I don't really trust him. So, gospel legend Marvin Sapp is partnering with Jay-Z's Rock Nation distribution, and apparently some church folks immediately placed the entire agreement on the prayer list. Sapp's upcoming album Restoration will become the first full-length gospel album distributed by Rock Nation Distribution. But before anybody starts rebuking the Wi-Fi, this is a distribution partnership. Jay-Z is not joining the praise team, rewriting Bible verses, I will fight him in the street if he did, or adding a rap verse to Never Would Have Made It. Restoration will be Sapp's 17th album and 9th live recording. It is expected to fall with this fall with his first single, He's Not Finished, arriving August 21st. Sapp wrote most of the album, which was produced by longtime music director Curtis Lindsay. And don't forget, I just remembered, August 5th is coming up. The partnership was arranged through Stan Brown's Timeless Music Group and Title IX. Brown also worked on Sapp's 1999, I graduated that year, album Nothing Else Matters. So this is less random secular ambush and more old business relationship coming full circle. Still, some gospel fans are uncomfortable because Rock Nation is known primarily for hip-hop and secular entertainment. In their mind, Marvin Sapp has entered Babylon carrying a record contract and a complimentary bottle of champagne. Don't drink it. But distribution does not automatically mean artistic or spiritual control. Sapp says the goal is to expand the reach of his music without changing his ministry. And considering the man has 11 Grammy nominations, what did you win? And 5 number 1 gospel albums and one of the biggest crossover gospel songs ever, he probably understands his audience. So everybody can unclutch the church fan for now. When the album arrives, we can judge the music. Until then, a music partnership is not necessarily a spiritual endorsement. Sometimes it's simply somebody finally understanding that ministry still needs marketing. Everything needs marketing nowadays. It's just ridiculous. Everything is clout at this point. Give me a second. Here we go. Ready.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So, Paul Wall says the only racism he experienced came from white people. Last time, didn't he try to start singing country at one point? I'm not sure. And damn, he lost a lot of weight. That's not what's supposed to happen when you get old. You're supposed to gain. Anyways, Paul Wall recently sat down with Cam Newton, that dude with the fucked up hats, on the Funky Friday podcast and said only racism he has personally experienced came from other white people. According to Wall, many white people rejected him because of his connection to Houston's black culture. I was over there at that time. I was going to college there. That's the college that closed. I wonder if I still got to pay, though. While the black and brown communities around him welcomed him, we welcomed him very much. With that grill he had, apparently some white folks saw a white man with grills, southern swagger, and black friends and reacted like he personally violated the terms and conditions of Caucasian membership. Wall has spent more than 2 decades being hold on, give me a second here. Being asked how he gained acceptance in a black creative genre. I could have sworn he grew up with those people, but he refuses to turn his career into another inspiration tale about a white man bravely surviving black skepticism. I could have sworn he came from the same neighborhood. Call it silly when white rappers complain that being white makes it especially difficult to succeed in hip hop. He called it silly. His response was simple. It is difficult to make it as a rapper, period. When Newton asked what advice he would give white rappers seeking acceptance from black culture, Wall said it boils down to respect, not performing blackness, not forcing an invitation to the cookout, and definitely not treating hip-hop like a costume that can be removed whenever political climate gets uncomfortable. For real, this dude has been hood ever since. I saw him messed up a little bit, but shit, other than that, he looked like he back to his shit. Damn, he's skinny. The respect also influenced. He used to be fat. He used to look a little like he was Mexican. He used to have a bald fade. He still has a bald fade. Damn, dude. But you pink now. Okay. The result also influenced his language. Well, Wall said his school teacher mother would challenge him to express himself creatively instead of relying on profanity. And although she apparently allowed some cussing, the N-word was absolutely forbidden. In his words, his mother would have whooped him for saying it. Could some other mothers do that, please? Paul Wall is not exempt from conversations about white artists benefiting from black culture. Shit, he benefited also from the black culture because he had some black girlfriends too, and they were thick. However, he appears to understand something certain other artists cannot grasp. You goddamn K-pop fuckers. Black acceptance is not a participation trophy. You enter the culture respectfully, acknowledge where it came from, and do not suddenly develop amnesia when the checks start clearing. Jackasses. Anyways, that's it for celebrity. We're going to go ahead and move to health. So let's do it. God dang it. Assholes get on my nerves. I'm going to bring this down because we're going to a whole new thing. There we go. Oh, shit. I forgot to press that button. Anyways, here you go. All right. We down to the last, and we got just enough time to do a fashion show. Terry specifically requested a fashion show. Hey, how you doing? So here we go in health. Beyond the supermarket, the fresh options reshaping how we eat. For many black families, finding affordable fresh food requires more than strolling into a neighborhood supermarket, because in many neighborhoods, that supermarket either is closed, moved away, or never showed up in the first place. I'm finding out there's more black people in my place. Oh, thank you so much. I try to change my clothes on a regular. I also try to change the hair to match me. Anyways, let me see here now. Food deserts, rising prices, redlining, and decades of disinvestment have contributed to high rates of diabetes, hypertension. I think I have hypertension. Do I? High blood pressure? No, I have high cholesterol. But several alternatives are helping families get fresh produce without selling a kidney for 3 bell peppers. I go to a food pantry, it's a veterans one. First, there are farmer markets with more than 7,000 listed through the USDA. Prices are often comparable to or cheaper than grocery stores, although limited hours, transportation, and whether they accept SNAP can create obstacles. Second, community-supported agriculture, or CSAs, allows families to purchase a share of a farm's harvest and receive seasonal produce weekly, sometimes through home or neighborhood delivery. Third, community-owned grocery cooperatives let members decide what is sold and may return dividends through lower price. Excuse me. I hate when I start stuttering. I'm trying to speed up. Dividends through lower prices. Fourth, community gardens provide neighborhood growing spaces, while food rescue and gleaning organizations collect surplus produced before perfectly good food gets tossed into a landfill because capitalism decided a slightly crooked carrot had lacked market value. Fifth, mobile markets bring affordable groceries directly into underserved neighborhoods. The article lists Farm Share Austin, Boston's Fresh Truck, Chicago's Fresh Moves, Baltimore's Real Food Farm, Buffalo's Map Mobile Market, Chattanooga, I can't believe I read that, Mobile Market, Gorge Grown Heart Food Mobile Market, Michigan's Veggie Mobile, why did they list it? Milwaukee's Market and Box, New Mexico's Mogro, Twin Cities Mobile Market, the Bay Area's Fresh Approach, San Diego's People's Produce, and Arcadia Mobile Market serving Washington, D.C. and Alexandria, Virginia, I believe. For locating food, the complete directories include the Black Farmers Index, Harvestly Markets, National Farmers Market Directory, Local Harvest, Pick Your Own, that's the name, USDA Farmers Market Directory, USDA National CS Directory, CSA Directory, and USDA On Farm Market Directory. Food assisted resources include Feeding America, Food Finder, Freedage Community Refrigerators, Nextdoor, and Plentiful. Some locations also accept SNAP incentives or produce prescriptions through USDA supported programs. So yes, fresh food options are expanding, but let us be clear. Charity apps and vegetable trucks are helpful solutions, not excuses for governments and grocery chains to continue abandoning Black neighborhoods. So that's it for your health. Before I continue, we're going to go ahead and hit up my commercial one last time. If you like what I'm doing, if you don't like what I'm doing and you have a suggestion, please hit me up in the comments. Please do not fuck with me. I have issues. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And maybe if we have enough time, we have enough time. We're going to go ahead and do some fashion dragging. Because sometimes, I told you, I don't understand fashion. And I'm going to drag it if I don't understand it. So here goes my commercial. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be right back.
It's just me and the fam. 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 Yeah, yeah. It's just me and the fam. See my little Tay-Tay, that's my girl, that's my mascot. No one's go for hours and some hours till we pass out. Stay inside the house, turned up with them racks out. Stay inside the house,
All right, y'all. I told you these damn animals are taking over. We got an orangutan in the White House, okay? And I'm pretty sure Stephen Miller is an earthworm. Wildcat on the loose in Ohio turns out to be a savanna cat. The animals are taking over, and this week's furry revolutionary apparently comes from Ohio. Police in Olmsted Township received reports of a wildcat roaming near Tuttle Road. Now, when somebody says wildcat, I'm picturing a bobcat, a cougar, or something capable of turning a neighborhood jog into a memorial service, or turning you into the Flash, whichever comes first. But the mysterious creature was eventually identified as a domesticated savanna cat that had escaped from his owner's home in Woodgate Farms neighborhood. That's what you get for getting designer expensive cats. And domesticated is doing some serious labor in that sentence. Savanna cats are hybrids descended from domestic cats and African servals. Servals, you don't play with those. They can be much larger, taller, and more athletic than the average house cat. I mean taller, like they reach your face. Basically, somebody looked at a regular cat knocking glasses off the counter and said, "This needs longer legs and better jumping abilities." The cat wandered through a heavily populated residential development before heading into a wooded area across the county line in Lorain County. Police officers, sheriff's deputies, and the owner searched the woods and made several unsuccessful attempts to capture it with a snare. He was going for his freedom. Police said savanna cats are legal to own in Ohio, although an investigation in the incident was open. So the neighborhood is safe, the cat is back home, and Ohio residents have learned an important lesson. If your house cat looks capable of collecting you as a pet, please double check the door before leaving, because this animal did not escape. It temporarily rejected human authority. And I promise you that one. God dang serval cats. All right, so that's it for that. And since we finished early for once, let's go ahead and check out some fashion, because I don't understand fashion, but I understand what the hell I'm looking at. And if I don't, I'm going to drag the shit out of it. So apparently a whole bunch of people decided to go to Camp Kyson People want cats to be dogs. Let cats be cats. Yeah, and please stop breeding them with really tall fuckers, because I'm not that tall. Anyways, so a whole bunch of people apparently thought that Kai Cenat's streamer university was that they had to go there, and they just in their clothes because they are just privileged as they want to be. Let's look at some of these clothes for real, because I promise you, I'm gonna drag the shit out of it if I don't understand it. Hold on for the pictures to pop. Motherfucker, seriously? I done kept this long and you ain't gonna get my pictures? You better. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. I was about to have a fit. All right. So let me bring this on down. I'm still waiting. If not, look at the best WNBA. Oh, okay. Come on. All right. We just gonna go ahead and do something else then. We're gonna do the best WNBA All-Star Weekend fashion, okay? Okay. So where's my new thing, my new transition so we can drag this shit? All right, here it is. Wrong one way. Wrong to ours.
What the hell is that shit?
All right, y'all. So here we go. If you understand it, you explain it to me, because I don't. I don't understand couture, and I ain't got money to buy all that expensive shit. I only buy what I like. All right. You already know it's going to be strange. Is that a man or a woman right there? I'm not sure. Them legs are strong as fuck. So are the feet. Anyways, so let's talk about it. It's not Cardi B. All right. So the first one is Khalid Copper. Ma'am, you look like a pimp. Why? Why? What is up with the hair and then this? And then you wore sneakers. You ignorant motherfucker. All right. I can't make it any bigger. I'm going to try to make it bigger. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this look. Shit. You are like one step away. You are one hairstyle away from being a stud. If you're not one already. Are you a soft stud? I don't know. But ma'am, no. And then what is going on? What is this pattern? It is confusing. It looks like a bunch of what you call it. You can see I'm looking for a job. Anyways, what the hell's going on here? No, ma'am. Moving on. Now this is Chinny and Kiki. I refuse to say their other names. They are looking lovely, except for Kiki looked like she had a fight with an ostrich. What the hell? It looks like she won because she's an ostrich. Woo! Whoa, the hanging off the shoe again. Y'all don't understand. I don't know what it is. My mom always taught me if your foot is at the edge, the shoe is too small. What the hell is this? I've been seeing this for over 3 years since I've been doing this. Is this style? Is this supposed to be? I just want to know, because I really don't understand why these toes be hanging off the shoes all the time. And why is she wearing gloves? Girl, this is a WNBA. You look almost like you're trying to be a dominatrix, but the hair is on fleek. The hair is on. Do we still say fleek? I don't know. The hair is beautiful. I love the hair. The makeup is gorgeous. They're beautiful. Like she won the fight. The damn ostrich. That's all I can say. I told you I don't be. What the hell is this? Girl? Just go naked. What? Oh Lord! Oh no! I hate those kind of. Look at this shit. I hate pointy shit. What the hell? And it's going over the face. What the hell? Yes. What? You said the ostrich won. You sure? Girl, no. What is this? What is this dominatrix abomination here? Girl, did you have a fight in a stocking room and the stocking room won? Girl, you just would be. We know you a woman. Fleek is out. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'm old. What is this? What? A lot of people wearing shit that go all the way over their foot. I feel like that's uncomfortable. And now we got going over the arm. What the? You better not be using your phone with no prints. I'm just saying. Then we going back to the thumbs again. But I'm just saying, what the fuck is this? I don't understand it. She ain't wearing a bra, but at least her titties are standing up. I have an issue with saggy titties, okay? I have boob tape. Why don't you get some? I'm just saying. This is horrible right here, though. Girl, you should have stopped at the ankles. Not even the ankles. Girl, the hair, the makeup is loving the fight in a nylon store. And the nylon won. I'm mad. I can't be mad as a straight man at that outfit. Of course, sir. I'm not mad at you either. But still, I just have an issue. I have those football pants, not the football, those baseball pants. My mom buy those. I hate them bitches. You know the thing that go under the foot. So this is John Quell Jones. John Quell for what? Fuck. Woo! Oh Jesus! What the hell? Damn. What? None of my sound effects are working. God dang it! What?
I regret nothing.
What is this? What is this? What are we doing? Are those rain boots? Okay, I understand that you are a stud. That is wonderful. I don't think men or studs should be wearing shorts. These look like the shorts that belong to somebody's little brother going to school. Why does she look like old girl? You know that girl that used to sing, you know that black woman with the dreads back in the 90s? That's what she looked like right there. I'm not saying Seal. I'm saying that other girl. I forgot her name. Chapman. Her last name was Chapman. That's who she looked like. This is ridiculous. You need at least her knees are lotioned. I can safely say your knees look lotioned. Your hands look very taken care of. The rain boots got to go. Okay, this name is Ren or Ryan. I don't know, but you should hit somebody. What is this? Okay, this is just, it's tacky. I understand that you like ball. What's up with these ads? You look like you belong a Tetris game. You fit perfectly somewhere. What is this? Tracy Chapman. That's who I was thinking. Tracy Chapman. That's who she looked like. She looked like a Tracy Chapman. This one right here looks like Neo met a Tetris game and got beat up. Hell, I love her bracelet. But what is this? It's a pants set, I think. You need your ass whooped. I don't understand it. I can't see your feet, so I can't drag you. I don't know if you're tear. No. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm very frustrated by that outfit, though. It causes me distress. Okay, this one right here. You have a man's belly button, girl. I'm just going to let you know. You have a belly button. You know about it. Girl, you have one ab as well. I'm not saying you fat. You just have one ab. She looks like she about to fly. She did. She really did. But this right here, girl, from the neck down, you are a very masculine woman. That's all I'm going to say. All those outfits are straight chest. That's what I think. This shit right here looks like you trying to be a punk Michael Jackson ass whooper. And then you forgot this. Do you really need the bra? I get that this is all about weird and out of box. It's art, I guess, but in real life, it's just exactly, and that's why we drag it, because we don't understand what the hell they're trying to convey. We are not rich people over here. When we do fashion, we're doing it as working people. I don't understand this, but I know you have an Audi, and I'm very disturbed. I also know you only have one whole ab. How is that possible? And then you are pulling your Billie Jean right now. You are excited. Is that lace? Does she have lace on her side? Is this a she? Because I've seen some grown-ass men, I know that are men, that be wearing like the really nice dresses, and they look kind of nice in it. But I just don't know. I really don't know. She has worked off her titties. If she has titties, she has worked those bitches off. I don't know. Jackie, that's a woman. That's a woman. She's a woman. Okay. This is possibly the best we've got at this point. Her hair is done well. I'm under the impression you are very, as a woman, or you're very testosterone positive. The outfit looks all right. You have a thick neck, ma'am. You have no titties. I know that for a fact. I just think the jacket is too short. I don't like that. I'm from the old school. I don't like the jacket. The pants are a little too long. Cuff them, in my opinion, because I couldn't wear jeans like that. My mother always made me to cuff them, and then I had to starch them. Y'all remember starch when you ironed and your damn clothes were glowing? And it wasn't because they were dirty. That's how much fucking starch you use, because them bitches used to be having a gleam on them. I like the shoes. The best thing I can say is the pants and the shoes and the face. That's about it. Girl, I hate animal imprint. Oh, shit. I had to look at it for a minute. This is... I know a male. Okay, you are not helping the situation because her belly button fucked me up. Okay, ma'am, I love your face. I love your hair, I love your purse. I hate everything else because it reminds me of a leopard. I hate animal print. I promise you, it looks tacky to me. I don't understand what's happening here. Did you go to Shein? And it looks like you got an Audi too. I don't like Audis. I have an innie, okay? I have an innie. I don't like Audis at all. I don't like them. Audi people are bad. They're badasses. You can kiss my ass. If you got a Audi, your ass probably had detention. I promise you. I have an innie. You can kiss my ass on that one. She's beautiful from the neck up. I don't know what she's doing from the neck down because it looks like animal print, and I hate animal print. At least her shoes fit. That's the best I can do. I'm trying to be positive. What the fuck? That's a woman, right? Natasha. That's definitely a woman. I probably would have dated her in my old days. Lord have mercy, that is ugly. Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord, you got this man talking tongues. Good grief. This one right here definitely looks like she's a stud. Ma'am, if you are not feminine, if you are feminine, you better tell somebody because this is all stud. This is possibly somebody I would date, honestly. I'm not even going to lie. I've dated someone that looks almost... I am asexual now, so don't come for me. Yeah. It's a nice outfit. I honestly used to wear vest and turtlenecks. The pants, at least, are cuffed, but they're still too long. I'm just gonna say they're still too long. But at least we know who we dealing with over there. Now this one has my last, my hometown city. Oh wow, oh wow. This is actually the best. This is the best. I wish she had more curves. But other than that, she looks like she needs a little bit more titties and a little bit more in your feet. That's a long ass braid. I promise you. I feel like if you talk mess about her, she just hits you with the braid and keeps walking. Otherwise, everything is great. She's got a great smile. Get that glow off your nose, though. I have that problem too a lot of times. You can tell she's an athlete, definitely. She's very looking feminine as much as she wants to be. So this is probably the best other than the last one. And what the fuck is this? Y'all need your asses whooped. You really do. Courtney Williams and Natisha. Yeah, you see that name? Okay, it doesn't match. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. I don't like this at all. The materials. I hate suits that do not match in material. I can understand if this is a black matte kind of, it's shiny. The pants aren't shiny. Why did you do that? I don't like this. And those shoes, those look like sneakers. Oh my God, those are sneakers. I already have an issue with sneakers on the red carpet. That's as red as you're going to get. It's kind of orange. And those look like elevator shoes. I had those shoes. I was 14 when I had those shoes. Y'all got to stop with the blue hair too, okay? I already have to model somebody with blue hair. Y'all got to stop. Is blue hair what's going on? And what's going on with these Neo glasses? Moving on. I'm very upset with this. I'm perturbed. I didn't like that at all. Okay, this girl right here is, Dominique Malongo is channeling her big clothes 1980s, around 1950. Y'all remember when them ass jackets and it looked like their head was gonna just disappear in the jacket, just swimming. They were swimming in these jackets. She's doing that, and apparently she beat the fuck out of an alligator, and that's what she's wearing. She has a great smile, lovely teeth, love the braids, but yeah, okay. Is it? I'm not trying to be mad about this because I used to date studs, but my question is this: are there no feminine basketball players? My cousin played basketball. She was very feminine. Maybe that's why her knee fucked up. I don't know. But I'm just curious about that. At least her shoes are all right. The pants fit. I'm happy with that. Okay, I want it fit and I got it. This is Nika. Oh, I'm not saying that out of respect. I'm not a big fan of dresses that... What the fuck? Nah, she lost me. She should have stopped right there. She should have stopped here, okay? Now, if I was designing dress, because it's not a bad dress, I would have never done none of this shit here. This would have just been a split. If you want to show your body that bad, just make a split up there and wear a thong, okay? I would have got rid of this right here. You see this? I don't need this sleeve. I don't like this sleeve. We can do this asymmetrical. Maybe have this much sleeve or have it off the shoulder a little bit. Then you're great. I love the makeup. I love the face. Yeah, I guess if you play a sport that hard, you're just not gonna have curves like you're supposed to, I guess. But this shit right here, you look like you beat the hell out of a shag carpet. Don't do that. Don't do that. And don't come for me, y'all. I don't know. I told you I don't know style, so don't come trying to find my house. I'm an old woman. Leave me alone. I love your afro, ma'am. I could never do my afro like that. Your outfit doesn't fit, but damn it, after the rest of this is the ugliest red carpet in history. No, you haven't seen some stuff. Me and Joker have been through some shit together. Me and Joker have seen some crazy shit, haven't we, Joker? All this struggle and strange designers were making. What is that supposed to be? The designers were making a joke. I'm telling you, me and Joker have been through a struggle. Some of this shit is a struggle. It's strange. This is the best we're getting, okay? You think this is the ugliest? We've seen worse. Sometimes we get out of this bitch with no, okay, this one just wanted to show her body. She probably dates one of the other girls at the top. She didn't want to dress up. This is the most feminine you're going to get right here. And that's saying something. She is, again, someone with one ab. Azzy Fudd. Her hair is all right. It's kind of like mine, but she doesn't have the shrinkage as mine. The jacket is so, but this is not a red carpet. The only thing saying red carpet is probably that purse. I really think she's one of the girls at the top's girlfriend. I really do. She has pointy shoes. That's the most feminine you're going to get other than the other girls in the dresses. But this is the most feminine you're going to get out of the bodies, I think. I don't like it. Okay, here's Asia Wilson. Okay, here we go. Asia Wilson. Asia got a body. Asia has always been a while. She's a senior. She looking good, except she obviously wanted people to see her booty. That's all I can say. Everything is beautiful. That's the most acceptable. Honestly, I know about Asia Wilson. Now, Asia Wilson, she comes and she has curves. Look at that. She got a waist right there. She got curves. She got it there. And I just don't understand. Why does everybody have to wear gloves? You wear rings. Why do you wear rings if you don't wear gloves? I never understood that shit at all. Honestly, I've never. But this is the best dress I've seen. I love the hair. I love the makeup a whole lot because she doesn't need it. And she has lovely earrings. She just wanted everybody to see her booty. That's all she really wanted. Because that honestly looks like a curtain. Come on and see my booty. That's what that means. As you know, I don't wear short shorts because, my butt. Now, this is Ray Burrell, and I wasn't sure if this was a man or a woman. I really wasn't. I still wasn't sure if this was a man or a woman. I still wasn't sure if this was a man or a woman. I'm still not sure. This is not red. Nice hair. Nice purse. I wouldn't wear it. It looks hot. It looks like when they take this off, it looks like that's gonna be Mersty. They're gonna be Mersty. They're gonna need to have to go take a shower. Yeah, my mom did say lighter colors go with the darker colors. So yeah, that still works. At least you match. That's all I'm gonna say about that. When is this over? Okay, Gabby Williams. Okay. Yeah. What the fuck is this? Did she get dressed in the girl? No, your knees are fucked up. I can see you got the same scars as my cousin. Don't wear nothing that short. I don't care if she's a man or a woman. I like it. Okay, you can like it. I wasn't sure if that was a man or a woman. I didn't like it. I looks confused. And of gloves. What is the fuck? What is the point of gloves, please? Why do people do that? And don't wear nothing above your knee. Your knees are fucked up. You done fucked up your damn knees. My cousin fucked up her knees, but she didn't fuck them up to get scars like that. She got one like that on her knee because she used to braid our hair. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. It looks like somebody crumpled up the top of yours. You're about one of the most feminine body-wise. Your shoulders are just like mine. The one before Gabby. Okay, the one before Gabby. Okay, let me see. The one for this is Gabby. This one, Ray. I think Ray's a woman, but yeah, the face hard. That's all I can say. I was face too, but that's it for our fashion show. We don't do it a lot. You don't have time, but thank God I made my script writer tighten up. So we weren't here all night. That is it for the night. I want to thank everybody that came. Once again, if you like what I'm doing or if you have some suggestions that I can, glean from, please go ahead and put it in the comments. My phone is connected to my comments, so don't try and delete it. I'll catch you before you try. Once again, please like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, I really want to get a panel eventually one day. I want to have a panel of a whole bunch of black folks and we can just talk about different things like the culture. So once again, please do what the little kitsune said. And I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday and Friday. We're going to court again with political drain up here. Yeah, we're going to court. Thank you, sir, for attending. And good night as always. Please share my stuff. Like I said, I'm trying to get a community. I will push more people here. Thank you so much. All right, so where's my goodbye? There it is. Have a good night.
I can't say no, I always gotta go. Playing house to say no on with my soul. On the road, I can't say no, I always to say no home with my soul. On the